YouTubers, what is happening? New video, another top 10. This time we're doing knives from $100 to $150. I chose this range because there's a lot of good knives in this range that I thought about doing just strictly under 200, but there was just too many good knives, so we're going to do 150 to 200, and then we're going to do, or excuse me, 100 to 150, then we're going to do 150 to 200, and we'll probably call it good there. So, let's get started. Lots of good options on here. I will put the knife names and a link where you can purchase them. Most of these will be on Amazon, some won't. They're all in that price range though, and sometimes they even are cheaper than they're listed as now. So we're going to go ahead and start with least expensive. Now this model here is by We Knives. This is the 701. They also have a lot of the other 700 series. This is basically one of their budget models that come in right exactly at $100. Sometimes a little bit more depending on the website you're looking at, but they all have G10 handles. They're all liner locks. They all have ceramic bearings, titanium pocket clips, titanium hardware, and D2 steel. The difference is, like this one's a massive 4-inch blade. They have some that are a little bit smaller. They have some drop points, some tan toes, all kinds of options. The We budget line is fantastic for the money. This knife is so smooth. It just like falls on itself. It's just very, very smooth. So you get a nice flipping action. You get G10, D2, and ceramic bearings, titanium pocket clip. Fantastic model, under $100. Now this is just one of many that We offers, but I wanted to represent that line with this model. This is on loan for my buddy Curtis. So we'll go ahead and start with that one, the We 701. Next up in price ranges, you're going to have a lot of knives in this price range coming up. And we'll start with this Boker here. And this one kind of varies on price, but you can buy this on Amazon for about 115 bucks. This is the F3 by Vox. So it's a Jesper Voxnaes design. And it is a carbon fiber hand. This is the smaller one. It's the F3-2. The F3-1 is going to be, this is just F3, not F3-1, is going to be more expensive. You're not going to find it under 150. But this one is a good size. It's like a fantastic size for EDC. It's roughly a 3-inch blade. You have carbon fiber handles, which is real carbon fiber, not like a G10 laminate. You have a titanium backspacer. You have a titanium pocket clip, titanium frame lock with S35 VN steel. All kinds of awesome going on there for 115 bucks. You're getting some of the best materials here on this table for $115. You get a nice smooth action, nice lockup. It's got a pretty stout little blade, pretty thick on the blade thickness. Nice Bowie clip point style blade, opening hole. Fantastic ergonomics, fits really good in the hand. Just a great knife for the money. 115 bucks on that one. So Boker plus F3-2 definitely gets a nod. A lot of it because of, and a lot of things going in this videos, guys. You've seen my other videos. It's not just, I try to get you the best steel and the best materials for the money, because I think that makes them a better value choice. There's lots of good knives in this range. You're going to find some that you're maybe not agree with on this table, and maybe you do, or maybe some you never heard of, and that's kind of the idea. So that's the Boker plus F3-2. Next we have the Benchmade Bugout. Now this one is a little different. This one has my Rogue Bladeworks carbon fiber scales, but you can buy a standard Bugout for 115 bucks all day. And it is a fantastic knife. Even with the FRN handles, it's crazy lightweight, under 2 ounces. You get S35, very thinly ground blade, very good slicer, super good ergonomics, a great size for EDC, very similar in size to that Boker, I believe. Boker may be a little smaller. Yeah, they're about the same. Lightweight. They use titanium on the access lock to even make it even lighter. I mean, and then you can customize like this, get these Rogue Bladeworks scales, and it's about the same weight, but it feels much better, much more rigid in hand. You can see my review of the Benchmade Bugout, which I'll link below. But I think it's an awesome knife for under 150 bucks, $115. It's fantastic. I like it better than the Griptilian series, personally, especially the FRN handle Griptilians. So, Benchmade Bugout. All right, next up we have the barking dogs. Someone rang the doorbell at my house and they go crazy. We have the ZT-0350. Bam. It's assisted opening, and this one is on loan for my buddy Curtis, and it has some aftermarket scales and stuff on it. But you can buy these on Amazon for 115 bucks. Just the standard G10 S30V blade, really good knife for the money. Still one of the, still a beast of a knife. One of ZT's earlier designs, but still readily available and fantastic for the price. You get nice steel, you get nice beefy. It's a liner lock, but it's stout. It's a very thick liners, steel liners. Just a very good classic blade with that recurve. You can get these for 115 bucks on Amazon anytime, and they're still a classic knife. Super good ergonomics still. Oh, my whiteboard just about fell in the middle of the video. It's happened to me twice now. So the ZT-0350 is a great model. We'll stick with the ZT theme. We'll go on to the next one here, which is the ZT-07700770. This one is the carbon fiber, which is a little more expensive, but the aluminum handle one you can still find. I just looked and found them on Amazon, 140 bucks, and you can get the ZT-770 aluminum for under $150. My buddy had the carbon fiber, so I borrowed it from him, but it's exactly the same knife minus the carbon fiber steels. The aluminum scale still has the LMAX blade. It's one of the better blade shapes out there. I love it. It's great. It's almost like the modified Warncliffe. Very good size for EDC, nice and comfortable in the hand. You got that assisted opening, which I'm not a huge fan of on either of these knives, but they're such good knives. They're they're entry-level ZTs, and you can get them under $150, and that's awesome. You're getting into a tough American-made knife with good steel, with a lifetime warranty, and you're getting all under 150 bucks. So the ZT-770 definitely needed to be included in the video. We'll just go over next to the next one over here, which is the Kizer Envoi. Titanium frame lock with S35 VN steel on ceramic bearings. Nice, it's a smaller knife, but it's a good size EDC. It's about a 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Nice little flipper. Actually, I think it's sub 3 inches, so it'd be legal in a lot of places that have to have a blade length under 3. But you still get a good purchase on there. I can get a full grip on this knife. It's very lightweight. Very nice deep carry clip. I really like the clip on this one. Nice snappy action. Very good knife. I did a review on this one actually. I'll link in the description as well. But for $130-ish, let's see, $137 on Amazon. Now if you have the Vipon app, you might be able to find this one for even less money because they've been doing these coupons for Kizers up to like $30-40 off. Also has a titanium backspacer. Nice. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this cratering up here, but it does add that kind of a faux bolster. Looks pretty nice, but it came perfectly centered. It's super small, lightweight, just a really good EDC knife, and you're getting titanium frame lock and S35 for under 150 bucks, which is awesome. So the Kizer Envoi is definitely a great choice. All right, we'll just move over to the next one here, which is the steel wheel Modus. Now the Modus, it was going to be the cut jack, which I happen to have right here, mini, because it was awesome, but then the Modus came out, and I like it better, simply because it's a little bit longer handle, and it has a sheep's foot modified, kind of very, very much resembles the ZT-770 here. If you look at those blades, they're very, very similar in shape, and I really like that blade shape for EDC. So the Modus comes in at anywhere from $135 to $148, so right under that $150 mark, and you're getting this nice smooth flipping action, nice G10 handles, G10 backspacer, and M390 steel. That's right, M390 for under 150 bucks. Nice jimping. I just did a review on this knife. Love it. Absolutely one of the best buys, if not the best buy, in this price range. Simply because you get M390 steel, you get nice flipping action, nice good G10 handles. It's a liner lock. Hard to beat. Steel wheel Modus is definitely, the cut jack mini would also be another option in this price range. It's a little smaller, but you also get M390 steel. But I think the Modus is just a little bit better. I just like the size better. It's in between the mini cut jack and the regular size cut jack. The Modus is like a 3.5 inch or 3.25 inch blade. But I'll link my description, or I'll link my video to the review of that knife below, and where you can buy that. I think I bought mine from Indiana Knives, something like that, but they're all over the place. All right. And I'm on a second on a cough drop. Apologize. I've been fighting a cold. I got a really bad tickle in my throat, and I don't want to start coughing or I'm going to clear my throat on video, so this is helping me a lot. Let's get into some of these bottom knives here. We've already covered the Wii and the Boker, so that leaves our Spyderco models. We got 3 left, and There's a lot of good Spyderco models in this price range. It could have been like top 10 Spydercos under 150, really. But I had to choose between these three, the Sage 5, the Para 3. So many good options. But I chose these three. A lot of people are going to wonder why I chose the Chaparral. Mainly because, and I chose this one over the Sage 5, even though I really like the Sage 5, but the steel on the Chaparral is just that much better. CTS XHP is quite a bit better than S30V in my opinion. It's actually one of my favorite steels. I think it's good. It's got really good edge retention, but it's not difficult to sharpen. The Chaparral is a great little knife. It's a small knife. It's definitely the smallest knife here. But for those that live in a area where you're restricted on your blade length, it's perfect. It's very slim, and slender as well. There's it next to the Envoi, so you can see those are the two smallest knives here. But you get XHP steel. You get that Spidey hole. You have a nice choil up here with jimping up here on the thumb ramp and right here. So you can actually get a full-size grip on that with the choil. Without the choil, it's a little cramped. I don't know, you can get full 4 fingers on there. But it has the classic deep carry wire clip from Spyderco, which I really like. And honestly, the steel on this is better than these two. Or actually not than this one, but this one. So I had to include the Chaparral. It's a smaller option. I want to include kind of some variety in this. But it's a fantastic knife. It's got a really thinly ground blade. Really thin blade stock, so it's just a great slicer. Makes for a really nice EDC knife. And you can get the Chaparral for about 118 bucks. So that's, you get XHP for 118 bucks is probably, I mean, that's a fantastic deal. Two left. Let's go with the Manix 2 in S110V. This is the blurple version. Fantastic. At hard use. I mean, this is a beefy knife. I always forget how beefy the Manix knives are. You have their ball bearing lock, which is similar to the Axis lock. Very smooth action. You're getting S110V steel, guys, in this. That's crazy. I mean, I like M390 better, but it's right up there with M390. And a little bit better than XHP as far as edge retention goes. So you have the Manix 2 blurple, what they call the Manix 2 S110V. You can get this one for about 134 bucks on Amazon. If it's probably the largest knife here, maybe the 350. I would definitely say these two are the beefiest knives. If you were looking for a hard use folder under 150 bucks, I would go with one of these two, and I would probably choose the Spyderco because it is made in the USA as well. You have a great warranty, and you have S110V steel. It's definitely got a better steel than the ZT, and it's a fantastic model. The Manix needs really no introduction. It's a fantastic knife. You can get a standard S31 for even less, but I would just pay the extra. You're still under that 150 range, and you can get the S110V steel. The blurple G10 scales are great. Smooth action. The Manix 2 doesn't need a lot of, I mean, it's been around a long time and it's still one of Spyderco's best selling knives, so they just upgraded the steel. This is not a sprint run, it's production. You can get it any time as long as they don't discontinue the Manix 2. You'll be able to get that, and that's 134 bucks, so not bad at all. Next up, and not last but not least, is the Paramilitary 2. You've got so many good options here in this price range. You could also include the Para 3. If you want a smaller version, just get the Para 3. If you like the larger knife, get the Para 2. That's why I didn't include both of them, because they're essentially the same knives. They're smaller. This one is in the M4 steel, which was a Blade HQ exclusive. This is again on loan from my buddy Curtis, but you can get the standard PM2s, excuse me, for 120 bucks on Amazon. That's kind of the going rate. I believe the S110V you can maybe get under 150. You can actually, DLT Training just had a Para 2 in M390 for under 150 bucks. They're sold out now, and it was a special run, but there's just lots of options for the Paramilitary 2 in this price point. You have lots to choose from. I think even this M4 version was under 150. I can't remember. But the natural G10 scales are great. You got M4 steel. But the Para 2 is a legendary EDC. It has some of the best ergonomics of any knife ever made. You got a nice choil to choke up for detailed work. A nice thinly ground, flat ground blade. I mean, just a fantastic knife for the money. And you can get it in so many different steels. It's just awesome. It definitely was, deserved to be in this video. It's under 150 bucks for a standard Paramilitary 2. If you don't have one, it's like one of my go-tos to recommend. Now again, if you want a smaller knife, because this is a large knife, I mean, let's put it up to, I think it's bigger than the Manix 2 even. Yeah, the handle's a little bit longer and the blade's longer than the Manix 2. It's definitely longer than the Modus here. Yeah, quite a bit. So there's kind of a good size comparison. So it's one of the larger knives, but it's lightweight, so it's not, you know, bad to carry at all. The compression lock is super fun. Just a fantastic knife. Doesn't need a lot of talk. This is the Pair 2. I mean, it's a famous knife. It deserves to be in this video, absolutely. And you can get it in lots of different steel choices. So there you go, guys. There's a top 10 from $100 to $150. Lots of good options here. This was a hard video, and as I go up in the price points on these, I'm finding that it's harder and harder to make my choices. It's hard to narrow it down to 10 knives, because there's, when you get up in this price range, over $100 to $200, you have a lot of options, a lot of really good options. So I do this $50 to start and the $100 because people have budgets. But if you're on a little bit better, you have a little bit more money to spend on a knife, you're getting a ton more knife for the money here, and you have lots of good options here, lots of good steels. That's the biggest thing you're going to notice here, is the steel is going to be better. It correlates with that price. The budget steels usually, I mean, you can find D2 in the budget steels, which is great, but you're not going to find Contour G10, you're not going to find ceramic bearings, titanium, you're not going to find S35 VN typically, you're not going to find M390, I know that for a fact. I think that's still the cheapest knife with M390. You're not typically going to find a lot of these options in that price point under the $100 mark. So you step up a little bit and you get into a new world of knives, honestly. You get into the higher end production knives. And the next video is going to go even higher end with the 150 to 200. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the views on these videos. They're usually pretty popular. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.